92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm excited to talk to today's second dater because in his email he says he's surprised he's not getting a call back because of his technique with the ladies.
Oh, jeez. This could be you calling in, Jubal.
Maybe. His name is Simon. What's up, Simon? How are you?
What's up? Big fan of the show. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, dude. Thanks for your email. Now, you said that you took this girl, Danielle, out for dinner and bowling?
Yes.
All right. And how'd it go?
I thought it went well. I mean, there's a pizzeria right next door, so I thought, figure I had some pizzas and some beers, and we just walked on over and we went bowling.
I want to know your technique with the ladies. What's your surefire technique that you're talking about in your email?
Well, I grew up with a bunch of women in my house. I have like 3 older sisters, and basically they always told me, since I work out a lot, I got a cute face and all that, but they just said the best technique for me to do is just stand there and shut up.
Okay.
And when I do get their attention, just talk only about them.
Hey, that is good advice. Yeah, it's actually great advice. Did you not bring up that you're really ripped and you got an awesome face?
Well, no, but I just love talking to girls. I just love when I talk to them, you talk especially about them. Kind of like you light them up like a Christmas tree. So I think that's pretty cool.
Simon lets his good looks speak for themselves.
Right.
Nice. Simon is actually kind of adorable. Like I thought.
It's working.
Oh
Simon
said.
You're right about your technique.
I mean,
I use my puppy dog eyes as well.
Okay.
Dude, I'm taking
She's
notes.
leaving her husband for you, Simon.
What?
Simon, what was it like bowling and pizza? Were things chatty? Was there flirting going on?
Well, the thing is, I didn't really tell her that I was a state bowling champ. So I just kind of like showed her the ropes and let her beat me a few times, and she seemed to be enjoying it a lot, and we're just having a few drinks here and there, and it was a lot of fun.
You can't pull out all the big guns in one time, like the good looks and the state bowling championship.
Exactly.
Okay, so how'd the date end?
There was a lot of flirting going on and stuff, so I thought I might not be needing that cab ride, back home. But she insisted that she had to get up early and stuff, so I kind of played it sly, and so I got my cab, and when it showed up, I was going to move in for a kiss, and she goes, no, she was interested on the first date, so she'll give me a call, and we'll go from there. So, I thought I was in, and I've been texting her and calling her, and nothing.
How many times have you texted and called her?
A lot, more fingers than on my hand. You know what I mean?
Really?
Simon, what would your sisters have told you about that?
What?
They would have called me a but
Simon,
she's got something that about all the women that I've dated. I mean, I don't know. I just like her. I mean, I guess because I'm used to girls putting on the first date. This girl kind of pushed me back.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious with the way that you know how to handle the ladies that you probably are very successful on first dates. So this is probably new territory for you, right?
Yeah, and I'm normally women don't treat me like this, and I got to figure out what's going on. I guess
2.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Simon took his girl Danielle out for dinner and bowling. He's surprised that she isn't calling him back because he used his technique on her, which is what? Just being quiet and listening to her, right?
wow.
You're talking about her.
And talking about her, that's right.
Asking the date you're with questions about themselves. That's not really a technique. It's just kind of kindness.
Yeah.
But okay.
It's called having a regular conversation with somebody, I think. All right. Are you ready to give her a call?
I'm crossing my toes right now. Go for it.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi, I was looking for Danielle.
this is she.
Hey, Danielle, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. Congratulations on getting a call from one of Seattle's top 5 celebrities.
Oh,
Nice
thank
to meet
you.
you.
Well, wow. Why? Why?
Yeah.
You actually recently went on a date with somebody who's a friend of the show,
Uh-huh.
and he emailed us about you because you haven't been calling him back. He's tried to text you a few times and would love to take you out on a second date, but can't understand why you're blowing him off. You have any idea who I could be talking about?
Is his name Simon?
His name is Simon.
Uh-huh.
So, what'd you think of Simon?
He's cute.
Yeah.
But that's not what I expected her to say.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your date with him?
Not yes and no.
Okay.
That's a weird answer.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I can't tell if he's quiet or polite. He's one or the other, quiet or polite, and yeah, he just not a lot of content.
So he's boring, you think?
Not quite boring, just kind of silent.
Okay.
Didn't have much to say about himself.
So it's because he was quiet? Like, people will be surprised to find out I'm pretty quiet in person. So when I go out on dates, I don't talk very much either, mostly because I'm disinterested. But
such a
at the
lie.
same time, maybe he just wanted to know about you.
Like too much, though. He wanted to know like too much,
Really?
too many details. Yeah.
So is that why you don't want to call him back or go out with him again?
No, it was nice. The attention felt nice, but no, I just don't think we're right for each other.
Is there anything, Danielle, that you're leaving out or like quirks that might have happened that turned you off?
Well, there's Google, and so I did a little research, and I just don't think he's my kind of person.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, what has he got? Has he been arrested? Come on.
I mean, not yet. He hasn't been arrested yet, but yeah, he's just not into the kind of thing that I think I could, have for a boyfriend or bring home.
What kind of weird stuff is he into?
World
Now
of
I'm really
Warcraft.
curious.
World of Warcraft.
That's not what I was thinking.
Not that.
What kind of stuff is he into?
What'd you find?
I don't know if I should say it. It's kind of a big deal.
I mean, it's on Google, so it's already out there.
Big deal.
Yeah, well, he's running a dispensary.
Like, like he runs a weed dispensary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No wonder he wanted to take you out for pizza then. That all makes sense now.
No wonder he's so quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a guy who runs a weed dispensary being my boyfriend. I felt anxious about it, and I didn't even know him yet.
Hey,
So you can't go out with someone who gives you anxiety before you even know them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, Danielle,
Yeah.
real quick, I should probably tell you this. Simon is actually on the phone with us and has been listening to the whole
No.
conversation.
Hey,
Oh, no.
hey. And by the way, I
Hi.
don't run a dispensary. I own the dispensary.
Oh,
Okay.
that's some good money.
I own it.
So you own a weed dispensary. Do you smoke a lot then?
Occasionally. I mean, I don't like to, use a lot of my, thing. Well, a little.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you
Come
do.
on, bro.
Were you stoned when you went out with Danielle?
Well, I needed a little courage, so I took a little, but I didn't think it was going to, matter or mean anything, It's just, plus I was hungry, so that's why I thought, let's go get some pizza. See, this is the, things, they matter and mean something to me, and they don't to most potheads. Danielle, you need to think about the benefits about going out with me on a second date.
The benefits?
Yeah, you get free pot, all you want.
Jose's ready to date you.
Yeah, what's
I
up?
mean, it's not. You don't have to only smoke it. I got cookies. I got brownies. Any way you want it, I got it, and I can make you a cupcakes if you want. I mean,
Ooh, weed cupcakes.
come on.
This is unreal.
What's
This is
unreal?
unreal.
I'm rich. I got a lot of money.
Yeah.
What else do you want? He's got money and weed.
I
Just
feel
have a
like
card.
second date has just turned into a drug deal.
Yeah, this is unreal. I think he didn't even listen to me. I bet you that he does not remember my dog's name.
Yeah, the dog.
I just, you can go smoke your pot and have your dispensary. I don't want to talk about that kind of thing. It's not a part of my life, and I don't want to do it. You know, it's fine for you to do it, and I don't want to be part of it.
Nice. Danielle, now that you got that all said and done, would you like to go out on a second date with Simon? We will pay for it. Yeah, we'll pay for you guys to go out again.
Thank you, but absolutely not.
Oh, that was a quick no.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Ouch.
Dude, there is plenty of little hippie hearts out there waiting for you, Simon.
Oh, man, that hurts.
Don't worry.
I'm going to hit the bong now.
Yeah. I was going to say, Simon, I'll just use the money that I was going to pay for a dinner for you guys and just send you a bunch of Twinkies. You'll be good, dude.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
We've all had one crush that never quite worked out. Maybe it's because the timing was off, or you simply never had the nerve to corner them in a back alley and demand that they grab a drink with you.
Wow.
But
Aggressive.
what would you do if the universe gave you a second shot? That was what happened to one of our listeners. And will it be a great love story or a complete disaster? You'll find out right now in your second date update.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, dating is a lot like shopping at the grocery store for a grapefruit.
What?
What the?
You can either sift through all the grapefruits to try to find that perfect one, you know, or you can take the easy way and just grab one of the ones on the outside that's been kicked around a little bit. It's a little damaged. It's a lot easier just to go for one of those grapefruits, you know. Sure, it might have some bugs and some bruises,
A little squishy.
but it's still a grapefruit. And that's what Huxley did today. Huxley's a man after my own heart and decided to go after the damaged grapefruit.
Still working on this analogy.
Hey, Huxley, what's the grapefruit's name?
The grapefruit's name, she's actually a woman. Her name's Alicia.
Alicia, all right. And tell us a little bit about Alicia.
So Alicia and I go like way, way back. We were good friends in college, and I was always like that guy that had a crush on her.
Okay, wait. So you're the damaged grapefruit or she's the damaged grapefruit?
Well, I guess in this scenario, we're both damaged grapefruits.
A couple of damaged grapefruits trying to go out and have a good time.
Yeah, I always had a crush on Alicia. She's always been like the most attractive girl, so she, of course, always had a boyfriend. And every single time that something would happen with her and her boyfriend, I was always the guy that was there for
Oh. Well, you were trying to position yourself, right?
her. Well, no, I did have a crush on her, but I swear, Brooke, there was no like agenda. I'm a really good grapefruit. I'm one of the ones on the inside. So anyway, cut to present day. I see over Facebook that she got a divorce recently, and I saw maybe like a potential opening.
Yep, you saw that she'd been divorced, and you're like, just damaged enough now that I could probably date her.
Yeah, well, I thought, to be honest, I thought about some of the good times we had in college and figured, why not reach out? I did see like a little bit of an opening that maybe something could develop. Like, she's single, I'm single. There's really no reason why not.
And you guys had kind of dropped off in terms of your friendship post-college.
Yeah, she got married pretty early on, and then I left and moved like a couple hundred miles away. I mean, keeping in touch today is like so easy, but back then it wasn't like that easy, I guess. So yeah, we kind of fell out of touch with each other. And I decided, yeah, like I said, to reach out, and then to my surprise, reached back out to me after I messaged her over Facebook.
Hey.
Did you proposition this as a date?
No, well, I just kind of like shared my condolences, you know, on her divorce. That's never easy. And we started to like chit chat back and forth. And eventually I did ask her to like, you know, maybe we should meet up for drinks. And she thought that was a good idea.
Okay, but do you know, did she consider it a date when you guys went out?
I didn't cross that boundary because I didn't know how fresh the divorce was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if she would be kind of turned off if I asked her on a formal date.
You should have just sent her a message on Facebook that simply said breakup sex with a question.
Yeah, well,
Man.
yeah, I don't know if that would have worked.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind for next time, all right? So, did you guys actually get together?
We did, yeah. We met at a bar, and when I saw her walk through the door, it was like a total flashback to college, and like a lot of feelings were immediately felt by me. She did not age at all. I was like smitten, I guess. I don't know. I was
That's
like
cute.
taken aback. It was cool. Like, it was a cool moment.
Yeah.
So how did drinks go?
It was good. We had a couple of drinks. We caught up, and then she kind of opened up to me about her marriage, and because I knew the guy, and actually, like, her vulnerability allowed me to open up about my divorce that I had too.
So how did everything end with you guys?
Well, I mean, we were, had another drink, and we decided to call it a night. And on my way out the door, I still was venting a little bit about my breakup, which was nothing like hers. My marriage only lasted like a year, and that ended like 7 years ago, which it's not even on my radar. I don't even know why I said this next thing, but while we were walking out the door, I admitted that the last 6 months of my marriage, we didn't even like have sex at all.
Okay.
Right when I said it, it was like word vomit.
You feel like that was too much information for her?
Yeah. She played it real cool, and she was real nice about everything, but it's like one of those moments where you like speak too much, and now like you can't take those words back. And I felt like maybe that's the reason why she hasn't called or texted me back, because it was a good date other than that.
Okay, but did she know it was a date?
Yeah, it doesn't sound
It
like
doesn't
a date.
sound like it, yeah.
Well, for me, it was a date. It was nice. And, I did ask her, like I said while we were leaving, that we should hang out again as like a formal date invitation, So,
You said, quote, as a formal date invitation.
no, I'm not. I'm a grapefruit, not a robot. I said, like, we should hang out again. This was fun.
Again, that doesn't sound like a date.
Well, like, the way I said it, though, was like, there was like a vibe. I was sending some signals out that it was like more than just friends.
Okay. And what did she say to that?
She said, yeah, and she was like enthused, and it was cool, and that was the last I heard of Alicia. Like, I reached out to her again on Facebook to try to put some dates on the calendar so we could go out, and then I haven't heard from her. And on Facebook, you can see when they've seen your message, and I know she's seen the messages, which is...
Have you sent her a message in all caps saying, I know you're seeing these, answer? I'm teaching you a lot of good tools here, Huxley.
I like that advice.
Yeah, you're laying down some good stuff. I am writing it down.
We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Huxley, I think this second date update is going to work out for you.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Well, because the girl that you want to call, she just went through a divorce. You went through a divorce. I think once you guys talk it out, you both will realize you don't have many options. And at the end of the second date, she will agree to go out with you again because, hey, why not?
No.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because she's just finally
That's really
giving
nice
up.
of you. I like that, Jubal. Thank you.
Yeah.
Put me on. That's nice.
If you're
Oh
just
my
tuning in
God.
for the second date update, Huxley is on the phone. He wants to call a girl named Alicia. They actually have known each other since college. They kind of fell off a little bit after college. But he always had a crush on her. She always had a boyfriend. Then she got married. He recently saw on Facebook that she was divorced, and they started chatting, and he said, hey, we should go out and talk and hang out. They did, but now she's not responding to him. And maybe, have you thought about this, Huxley? Maybe your date was so bad that she went back into the arms of her ex.
No.
Yeah, second date update is doing wonders for my confidence.
Yeah, sounds
No
like it.
problem, man. All right, I'll dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Alicia?
Yeah, this is Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. This is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. It means we're doing our job.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to call you today to ask you about a guy that you recently went on a date with.
What?
We do a segment on our radio show called The Second Date Update. That's basically where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
Oh, okay. That's fun, I guess.
It is
one
kind of
way to
fun. I
put
like it. And the guy that emailed us about you, his name is Huxley.
Huxley?
Huxley, yeah. Do you know a lot of Huxleys? I feel like that's not a very common name.
No, I only know one Huxley.
And have you gone out with Huxley lately?
Yes, I did hang out with him recently.
Okay, good. We've got the right person on the phone then. Well, Huxley is wondering why you won't answer any of his Facebook messages or phone calls or anything after you guys hung out.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know why I haven't called him back.
What? Come on.
Yes,
You
do.
have to know why you haven't called him back. There's got to be a reason.
I don't know if I should talk about it.
Why not? He's the one that's asking.
I mean, this is a radio station.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he contacted us to get a hold of you because you won't tell him, and so he's confused. Is there anything that you can tell us?
I mean, we used to be really good friends in college.
Come on, you gotta give this man something. He has been crushing on you hard for a really long time.
He has?
Yeah. He says he's had a crush on you since college, and you always had a boyfriend, so he could never ask you out. And then he saw that you were recently single, so he decided to take the chance, and you guys actually went out. And now he wants to see you again, but apparently you're not calling him back.
I mean, it's really flattering, but I don't think I'm going to go out with him again.
Oh, but you should have heard the way he described you and your beautiful smile and how lovely you are and what a good person you are.
Super cute.
I know. I mean, he is a really nice guy. I mean, Huxley is great.
Okay, so if you like him so much and he's a really great guy, why not give him the respect of at least letting him know why you don't want to go out with him again?
Okay, fine. I just don't want to date a guy who's been divorced.
Wait.
What?
What?
You don't want to date a guy who's been divorced?
No, it's a huge turnoff to me.
Well,
Wait, though.
Huxley told us that you were recently divorced. Is that not true?
That is true. I just don't want to date a guy who's divorced.
Wait, is it because you're just not ready to date yet?
No, I don't want to date a guy with all of that baggage from being divorced. It's a lot to deal with.
But
You
you're
can see how that
divorced.
sounds a little strange, though, right? Like, you're divorced, and you're saying you don't want to date a guy who's divorced?
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's very different.
All right, so even though you've been divorced, you just will not date a dude who's been divorced.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand how hypocritical that sounds, right?
I mean, divorced guys are just always bitter, and they're always talking about how women are going to take their money just like their ex-wife did.
That is a huge stereotype that I don't think holds true.
Those are the guys that I've met.
I know a lot of divorced dudes, and I've never heard one of them say that, actually.
Well, you're not dating them, are you?
No, unfortunately, because a few of them are loaded, and I would love to take their money. Hey, Alicia, it's very interesting reasoning. Thank you for being honest with us and giving us an answer.
Yeah, I just prefer a single guy who is completely unattached.
Weird.
It's just my thing.
Okay. And my thing is surprising people by letting them know that somebody's on the other line when they're listening. And Huxley is actually on the phone and heard this whole conversation and wants to talk to you.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't understand your reasoning at all. It makes no sense.
It's just my thing. I don't want to date a divorced guy.
But you're divorced.
Yeah, but you're a divorced guy, and I'm a divorced woman, and it's very, very different.
What? I don't think it's very, very different at all.
The difference is I divorced my husband, but you lost your wife. So it's a very different dynamic.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah, I won my divorce. You lost yours. So you have more baggage because you didn't win your divorce.
Are you kidding me?
It's not a board game.
So are you saying, Alicia, that because you're the one that divorced your husband, you have less baggage than Huxley?
Yeah, when we were at the bar, he told me that his wife broke up with him. I mean, I left my ex, so there's a big difference there.
Oh my God.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Shit, my ex and I split like 7 years ago. It was like an amicable split. She left, but it was completely like amicable. Both sides agreed that it was over.
So it sounds like you're changing your story now because that's not what you told me at the bar.
What are you talking? I mean, I said she left me, which implied like she left the relationship.
I mean, I would have thought differently if you had left her, but it sounds like you are not the one in the driver's seat in this relationship.
Are you guys listening to
Alicia,
this?
Are you just being mean and petty because you're really hurt by your own stuff you're going through?
No, I'm not being mean and petty. I'm telling this guy what I want out of a relationship. How is that being mean and petty?
So you like me better if I divorced my wife?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is so weird.
Actually, I would prefer that you weren't divorced at all. But since you were divorced, it is better if you left her instead of the other way around.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I mean, look at it this way. When some people get a dog, some people like get a new puppy, and some people like to adopt a rescue. I want a new puppy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's
She knows
awesome.
what she wants.
Hey, Alicia, would you like to go out on a second date with Huxley? I probably know the answer, but we will pay for a date if you go out with him again.
You know, I think I made my point pretty clear, but I still would like to be friends with him.
Hey, a little rescue.
Alicia, how can I possibly just be friends with you after all of the stuff you just said about me?
You're damaged. I just don't want that in a relationship, but I am fine working with you through it as a friend. I can't do it in a
I'm not
relationship.
damaged. You're damaged. Pure damage. Like, this is, like, hear yourself. You are damaged. You are the damaged one.
But I'm not as damaged as you because I left my husband.
All right.
No.
I'll let you guys argue this out later about who's the more damaged in this situation. Alicia, thank you for your time. Huxley, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date out of this whole thing.
Yeah, thanks.
But you know what I will do for you, Huxley?
What's that?
I'll ask our listeners. Text in at 78592. We have a beautiful rescue on the phone. His name is Huxley. If you'd like to adopt him, text us 78592.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says, according to the crazy/hot matrix, Alicia must be a 10. She must be super hot because she's also super crazy. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Huxley wanted to call a girl named Alicia. They actually met in college, and he always had a huge crush on her, but after they graduated, they lost touch, and she got married, and he got married. But he recently found out that she was divorced, and so was he. So they started chatting again and decided to hang out. When we called her, she told us that she didn't want to date him again because she didn't want to date a dude that's been divorced.
Even though she was just divorced.
Yes.
But she's like, no, I divorced my husband. You got left.
Yeah.
So it's way different.
She said he had baggage, and she didn't want to take in a rescue.
Yeah, she really, I think, is the only damaged one in that situation.
Pretty hypocritical,
Yeah.
but either way, they're not going out on a second date.
I think that's probably good for him.
Yeah, I think he dodged a bullet, too.
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I don't know if anybody's ever had this experience before, but you go out on a date and you think you had a great time, and then you hang out with your friends later and tell them all about it, and they go, she's not going to call you back.
Whoa, what?
Because they think that you did something wrong. Well, apparently that happened to Trevor, who's on the phone right now to do a second date update. His friends informed him that he might have screwed up on his date, and he didn't realize it until he was talking to them. What's up, Trevor? How are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Probably better than you.
Maybe. We'll figure that out.
Okay, well, it's a good start. Your friends think you're a dumbass, and you got a girl that's not calling you back.
That's one way to put it.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you tell us what happened?
I went to dinner with this girl, Carla, and as far as I could tell, everything was going really well. No awkward pause, no weird story or some weird moment of like, oh, what do I talk about next?
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, this is easy. This is simple. I feel like we're just talking away, no big problem.
Easy and simple. That's what I've always looked for in dates. Always.
Isn't that what you are in a date?
Pretty much, yeah. So everything felt good with her, but your email said after you talked to your friends, now you're feeling different.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of my best friends about it later, and the only thing that came up was at one point, we were showing each other pictures and talking about hobbies, and she showed me a picture and said something along the lines of like, hey, asked her, hey, are you a swimmer? Because you have really broad shoulders.
Whoa.
So then after I told him that, he kind of stopped me and was like, wait, really? That's what you said? For me, yeah, like, yeah, dude, that's probably why. That could be really rude.
It could be taken the wrong way. I mean, I could see that. I think it's a great compliment. You know?
No. At the time, that didn't seem like offensive or rude to me, so just genuinely curious.
Yeah, but what if she has that's like her most self-conscious thing about her body is how broad her shoulders are. Or what if she's like walking down the street and she gets mistaken for a man every once in a while? Like it could be a sensitive subject.
Yeah, looking back, and now that you say it like that, I didn't think of it that way, so.
But what was her reaction to it?
I mean, she kind of paused and kind of looked at me funny for a second. And then I was like, no, that's a good thing. You have shoulders like an Olympian.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what'd she do after that? Was she like, oh, sweet, thanks, okay.
Yeah, we just kind of picked up conversation from there. But yeah, just kind of like, oh, okay, thanks. And kept moving on from there. And throughout the rest of the day, everything felt fine except maybe that one moment. But when we got to the end, it's like time to leave. And she just straight up left.
Whoa.
There was no like formal hug or kiss or anything like that. It was just kind of like a bye.
Well, she didn't want to hug you with her broad shoulders and just crush you.
So did you at least like walk her to her car?
Not really, because as soon as we left the restaurant, go to walk her to her car, but she's already turned and started almost looking like she's like speed walking, jogging off to her car. So like, without barely even saying goodbye, heads off to her car, and then I'm kind of left standing there awkwardly like, well, wait a minute. Do I, like, walk you to your car? Do I chase after you? Is that weird?
Yeah.
Chase after her.
Don't ever choose chase after her as the answer to
Yeah,
that.
I didn't chase after her because then it's like, if she starts sprinting and then it looks really weird, it's like if I'm chasing you to your car, sprinting off or starts screaming.
If she has pepper spray, it gets even worse if she has some pepper spray. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that would just be the best part of it if there wasn't pepper spray.
Okay, so after that experience, have you talked to her at all after that?
No, I mean, like, I've tried to do the nice, polite follow-ups of, like, texting or shoot her a call and say, hey, let's do this again, or try and figure out what's going on, but no returns. And I realize this probably doesn't sound as dramatic or crazy as other second dates, but, I mean, apart from my awkward broad shoulder comment, I thought everything went really well. So I'm just genuinely trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, because she was definitely avoiding any chance at, like, a goodnight kiss with you.
Yeah, and I mean, like, nothing up to that point was saying, oh, this is going to end in flames.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it did.
Well,
Well, it ended in a sprint, but yeah.
yeah, and not in flames and her running away from you. We'll try to figure out what went wrong, and was it your comment about her husky build that ruined things for you?
Oh, I hope not.
All right, we'll play a song, come back, and then get your second date update, okay?
Thanks.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Trevor is on the phone, and he's not getting a call back from Carla. They went out for dinner. He thought they had a lovely time until he was describing the date to his friend, and his friend picked up on something that Trevor said, and he was like, that was probably offensive. Trevor was trying to compliment his date, and he said, hey, you have huge shoulders, sort of like a Russian powerlifter at the Olympics. Like
not
big,
what he said.
burly, huge shoulders. Like I could strap a yoke to your neck, and you could probably plow a field. You're like an ox.
Oh, my gosh.
I think, is that the exact quote, Trevor, or did I embellish?
That is not even close, but we can say you embellish.
Okay. However, I will say that even though that's not exactly what you said, that may have been what she heard.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What did you actually?
I actually asked, hey, are you a swimmer? Because you have really broad shoulders.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But all the other stuff was implied.
We went from swimming to powerlifting. Sure, that was completely implied.
To an ox plowing a field. That's what I think she picked up on.
Crazy convo.
Anyway, Trevor has not been getting a call back from her, and he thinks that maybe it was that comment that did him in.
And for the record, Trevor, I think that wasn't a great comment, but I think that there's something worse that you did that you're not realizing if she was literally running to her car at the end of the date.
I didn't say she was running. I just said it developed into a light jog.
Oh, better.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Didn't have time to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out what happened, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Carla, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Carla, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, what did you say?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, okay.
And we recently got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you, Carla.
Why?
That's a good question. Well, because you recently went out on a date with him, and we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. His name is Trevor.
He emailed you to call me.
Correct, because he says that you won't return any of his text messages or phone calls.
Oh, my God. You're laughing?
Why? Why would he? Like, I didn't respond. I think that should be a hint enough.
Yeah,
I know,
usually it should be. You're right, but we do this a lot on our show, and some people just want an answer. So he just wants to know why you're laughing and why you think this is so funny, basically.
Did he tell you about, like, what all happened?
On your date?
Yeah.
Well, he told us a little bit about your date. He said there was a moment where he felt like he might have offended you.
Like, how did he say he offended me?
He said that you guys were talking at one point, and he commented on your shoulders and said they were very broad, and you looked like you were an Olympian or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of weird.
You don't sound offended, though.
No. I mean, I used to swim. I swam in college. Like, I know I have broad shoulders.
Oh, so he's actually spot on. Wow. It was like an accurate observation.
Yeah, but it's kind of a weird just thing to point out on a date, especially on a first date,
Yeah.
It's not usually the compliment women are looking for.
No, usually almost anything but that.
Yeah. The eyes, the hair, all kinds of things to choose from rather than focusing on how big your shoulders are.
It's not even just like how big my shoulders are. It's that they're Olympic sized.
But you could understand that he was nervous and he didn't mean any harm by it.
I get that. I really just wanted to move on after that comment.
Yeah,
that's
understandable. Fantastic.
What else did he tell you about our date?
He told us that was like the main thing. He did say at the end of it, you kind of like ran to your car.
No, he said a light jog.
Yeah, he said. I'm sorry. He said that you walked outside. You didn't really say goodbye to him. No hug, no handshake, no nothing, and you kind of went from a fast walk to a light jog to your car.
I absolutely did. I could get the vibes that he thought it was going a lot better than I liked, and so I didn't want to have to turn him down if he went in for a kiss or a hug or anything like that.
I knew it.
So I just turned and walked away.
I just got to get out of here because I don't want to have the awkward situation of telling him no.
And I'm guessing it wasn't just the broad shoulders comment that made you go to a light jog to your car.
No, it wasn't. It was, oh my God. So we're sitting, we're chatting, dinner. He's kind of a weird dude.
Okay.
And then, so we start talking about our pets. I have a cat. And I pulled out a couple photos. I've shown up the cat's real cute. And he starts pulling out his phone and showing me pictures of his bird, his parakeet.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's a lot of them.
Okay.
All right, so he loves this little parakeet.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not just love. It's more like an obsession.
Okay.
How,
All right.
Was it like every photo on his phone was his parakeet?
Almost every photo.
Really?
All right.
Oh, that could just mean that he's lonely too.
Sure. He likes animals, right?
Well, he's got all these photos, and the bird has an Instagram page.
What?
And he's got a Facebook page.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow. Okay. So
It's a lot.
So he
Really?
loves this bird so much that you didn't feel like you wanted to get to know him anymore.
I just felt like you probably don't have any time for anything else in your life.
Whoa, hey, okay, I take offense to that.
Wait, what is going on?
Oh, that's Trevor. I forgot to tell you that, Carla. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hello.
Oh, my God.
First of all, his name is Steven Squawking, and he's pretty popular on Instagram and Facebook, but that's beside the point.
Really?
I just brought up Steven because I thought you were interested. I like you. I was sharing that with you because I wanted to share part of my life with you. I didn't think you would knock me down and literally run away.
First of all, I didn't run. I just walked away quickly. And your obsession with your bird is a bit much.
Well, my obsession could actually get us rich if he gets enough followers. So,
How many followers does Steven have?
he has 1,000 followers on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Whoa, all right. So you're building a business with your bird, Steven Squawking.
That is exactly right. He is my best friend and my business partner.
Carla, it's kind of cute in a way, right? He just loves his pet.
A couple pictures is cute, but he took the parakeet and got professional glamour shots.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, he took the parakeet to a studio. They had someone light it, put it in outfits, and take photos and edit and tone them
Okay.
of a parakeet.
What is wrong with that? I care about him. He's my pet. I love Steven. I love him, and I can take whatever pictures I want of him.
You know what, Trevor? I really think you need to get a life. I mean, you seem like a nice guy, but you're going a little overboard with this.
Get a life? I have a life. Steven Squawking is my life.
This is so awkward. It's amazing.
And you guys, that's why I didn't call him back.
That makes a little bit more sense
All right.
after that lesson.
Well, Carla, I'm hoping I can change your mind because I would like you to go out on a second date with Trevor. Will you go out with Trevor one more time? We will pay for it.
Are you kidding me? I just told you he took glamour shots of his parakeet. I'm not going out with him again.
Huh.
That's fine. I don't even want to go on a date with a bird hater.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So
Well.
so we're both in agreement then. You guys don't want to go out with each other.
No way.
Got it.
Okay.
That's so much hate over
Well,
a bird.
Yeah, I mean, poor Steven in this deal. I wish we could talk to him and get his side of the story, but we can't. I don't think he can talk to us about it.
He's not available for interviews right now, but if you check his Instagram, he's going on tour soon.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I'll be sure to DM Steven Squawking and see if I can set it up.
Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that's really sad. His bird has more social media followers than I do. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Trevor wanted to call Carla. He couldn't figure out why she wasn't calling him back. We got her on the phone, and it turns out that she was kind of unattracted to him because he's super obsessed with his bird and his bird's Instagram account.
Well,
man.
Steven Squawking is a Insta celebrity, is what it sounds like to me.
The name alone is amazing. Right?
It's a great name. It really is. I haven't pulled up the account or anything else yet, but to check it out. But I'm sure I will be doing that later for like hours.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody else on the text message board at 78592 just shouting out their pets' Instagrams,
Yeah.
trying to get us to say it on the air. Like this one says, I have an Instagram for my dog, and his is at Dodger the Boxer. So check that one out.
They're always disappointing to me, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
you want these dogs to, like, there's like 3 dogs that are worthy of Instagram accounts. Other
Yeah.
than that, I mean, they're sleeping man and fetching balls.
Well, it is
Yeah.
cool though. Like crazy cat ladies now have something to do more than just sitting around with their cats, right? It's
Yeah.
like the same thing.
And
with
I have a
bird.
dog, and he has an Instagram account, but he's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's like I got him for one specific reason, and that was for Instagram. And he's really not helping me out at all. So if anybody wants to text in 78592, you can have the dog. And if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Hey.
Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
It's time for your brand new second date update, and there aren't many things that can make a date go from great to horrible in a matter of seconds. Maybe a poorly worded compliment, an ex-lover showing up, a milkshake that's been laced with Viagra.
Wow.
My mom would do that to me all the time. Annoying.
Gotcha.
Well, one of our listeners had his date completely ruined by an extremely unfortunate experience. In fact, it almost cost him his life. You'll find out what happened in your second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Whenever you meet somebody online and you go out on a date with them, there's always a little part of you that has to fear for your life. A little bit.
What?
You know, because you don't really know them that well.
Why are you fearing who you're dating?
Because you're meeting people on the internet.
Well, all right.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll
And
give it to you on that one.
Steve, who's on the phone today for a second date update, legit had to fear for his life on his first date, though. It's a crazy story, and he'll tell us in just a second. What's up, Steve? How are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Oh, I'm
Pretty
just
good.
glad you're alive to tell us the story. It sounds like.
Yeah, you and me both.
Oh, my gosh.
Before we get into the craziness that you described in your email, tell us a little bit about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Cecilia.
Cecilia.
Okay.
All right. And where did you meet Cecilia?
I met her on Tinder.
Okay.
All
see?
right. And was there any red flags from the beginning that things would get a little out of hand with her?
I mean, I'll tell you, the biggest thing was, like, you know, every once in a while you see somebody where you're just like, there's no way this girl will be interested in me, but I'll try it anyway. And then you don't expect to get, like, a swipe back.
Totally.
But she did.
Okay, so that either means she thought you were equally attractive, or it means that she's nuts and no one else will date her.
Right. You know, either one of those could apply. You never know.
How long had you guys talked before you actually went out?
We didn't talk long before I took a chance and asked her out, because I'm like, this girl is not going to stay alone for very long. I got to take a chance when I get it.
Okay.
My whole thinking is, like, I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but I know my personality is good. If I can just meet him once, I usually can win him over.
I feel you on that one. Like, I feel like I'm a slow burn.
Yeah. Yeah, women will give you more of a chance based on things other than looks than guys.
Yeah, that's a nice part about being
Yeah.
a dude is you could be a troll. As long as you're kind of funny, you can get dates with very, very attractive women.
Yeah, exactly.
So what'd you guys do when you went out?
We went to an outdoor concert.
That's a great first date.
Oh, it was awesome. She was just as hot as she was in her pictures, but she was also really sweet.
Oh, that's great. So she had a beautiful personality.
Oh my God, it was amazing. But you know how those outdoor concerts are. If you stand back far enough, you can hear the music, but then you can still talk to each other.
Yeah, that's always nice. Because if you go to a concert or a club or something like that, a lot of times you can't even really talk. You can kind of hear what they're saying, and then you throw out an answer that you think is on topic, but really both of you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you're wearing a pirate shirt.
Right.
I just don't understand how you went to an outdoor concert and you almost died.
Yeah.
So the whole night was going really well. It was it was really intense, but then it kind of became what I like to say unexpected, because I was like, do you want to like get away from this and go for a walk and go to a bar or something like that? You know, because at this point things are going so well. I'm like, I got to try and get this girl, you know, as far away from other people as possible. And so
Wait, hold on. I don't understand why you want to take her far away from people.
Well, I mean, at this point, I was thinking about maybe trying to steal a kiss or something.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
You wanted
Yeah.
to make out. Okay.
Just a little more privacy.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like you were going to put her in the trunk of a car the way you described it. So I just want to make sure we were on the same page.
No, that's a second date thing.
Okay.
And what happened next?
So, like, we walk away from the park, and we start coming to this really dark area, like, right at the edge of the park. The sun's going down a little bit, and there's, like, bridges and stuff there. So we start walking through there, and all of a sudden, this dude jumps out with a knife.
With a knife?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's got a knife.
Oh, my gosh.
And you ran and left her there to deal with it, I'm guessing.
Pushed her down.
Well, here's the thing. I have done some self-defense courses.
Okay.
So, like, I just sort of jumped into, like, protection mode. And
Really?
I jumped in front of Cecilia, and I told her to get out of there, and she did. And then, like, I know this is going to sound, it's going to be tough to believe, but me and this guy, like, we fought.
Wait,
Wow.
you battled a dude in the park with a knife.
Yeah.
Don't you think the better idea would be to run? Why are you fighting dudes with knives?
He's trained.
I mean, look, if anything's going to impress this girl, it's going to be jumping in front of a guy with a knife.
That's true. Yeah, you saved her life by beating up a dude
Dude.
that jumped out of the bushes with a knife. I think that would score you a second date.
And you can't be honestly still thinking about the date when a guy with a knife is in front of you.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it was just kind of instinct.
That's cool, man. That's
So wait, and what happened in the fight?
He dropped the knife. I got cut a little bit, but nothing more than superficial. But eventually, I guess he just thought it wasn't worth it anymore because I got the knife out of his hand. It fell, and then he ran away.
Okay.
Thank God.
And
You're okay.
did you meet up with her after that?
Well, I turned around. Obviously, she was gone, and it had been a couple of minutes, so she was probably far down the road. And then all of a sudden, she texted me and asked if I was okay. I said, yeah. And then I said, well, hey, why don't we meet at, like, Starbucks in 20 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Starbucks, cleaned myself up a little bit, and she never showed up. And I've been texting her ever since and not getting a reply.
She hasn't replied at all?
You saved her life, pretty much.
I know.
Hold on, why do you want to call a girl that won't call you back after that incident? Like, you always hear that those things bring people closer together.
Yeah, you would think. My first thought is maybe she was just freaked out. I'm like really shaken up by it, and I don't know. I don't want to be like traumatizing her or anything by reminding her, but also like I want to make sure that she's all right. And honestly, I want to go out again.
Yeah, it could have just been a super scary thing for her, and like now she just doesn't want to call you back because she just has a bad memory associated with it or something.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I don't know, man. I think she's a woman that just left you in the woods with a guy with a knife and then sent you a text to check on you.
Well, to be fair, I told her to leave.
Yeah, you did say you'd protect her, and it sounds like you did. It's just weird that she wouldn't at least answer any more of your texts, like even just to talk to you a little bit.
And you,
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So she hasn't answered you at all since asking you if you're okay.
No, and that's why I want to do this second date update thing. I want to try and get her on the phone and see what's going on.
Okay, cool. Well, then we'll play a song, come back, and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, hang on.
Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
When you think of superheroes, you think of Superman, Batman, Steve. That's right.
Steve.
If you missed the first part of today's second date update, Steve is on the phone with us, and he wants to call a girl named Cecilia. They met on Tinder, they went to an outdoor concert, and as they were leaving the concert, some dude jumped out at them with a knife. Steve then told her to run and ended up fighting the guy off. Whoa. But the problem is, he never saw Cecilia again.
Yeah.
After that, she texted to see if he was okay. He said, yeah, and let's meet at a Starbucks. She never showed up to the Starbucks, and now she won't answer any of his texts or phone calls, so we don't really know what's going on. And we're about to call her right now and see if we can get the answer. Steve, are you ready to go?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Of course, you're always ready.
Steve, I mean, have you thought, like, she did text you to check in to make sure that you were okay, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't really enjoy the date prior to the knife fight.
I mean, she seemed like she was. I mean, I think I'm pretty good at figuring that kind of stuff out. So it'd be a surprise if she wasn't enjoying herself.
Okay, it'd be more surprising than the guy with the knife.
I mean, maybe not more surprising than that.
That'd be bad if that's the best part of her date. She's like, yeah, it was pretty boring. There was one exciting part,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like calling him back.
It's not going to get any better than that.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Cecilia.
This is Cecilia.
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Cecilia.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm really tired lately.
didn't wanna ask that,
Also, a lot of
Cecilia.
heartburn lately. I don't understand why, Cecilia. You got any heartburn problems, or it's just me right now?
Who is this again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay. Can I help you?
Well, I don't even know if you can help us, but you can help somebody who emailed us about you.
Someone emailed you about me?
Yes. We do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. And you went out to an outdoor concert with a dude named Steve a little while ago.
Oh, God, Steve.
Uh-oh.
That's what this is about?
Yep. Steve said that he really had a good time with you, and he told us about the date, even the part where you guys got ambushed by some crazy dude with a knife, and then Steve ended up, like, fighting him off. And Steve's wondering why you won't text him or call him back.
Is that really what Steve told you?
Yep, that's what he told us. Does that not sound right to you?
No, that's not right at all.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying that the knife fight didn't happen, or?
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's way more to the story than he apparently told you, and I would love to fill you in on what actually happened.
Oh, perfect. You know what?
Heated.
Normally we have to try to convince people to tell us, but the floor is all yours. What happened?
It sounds like he basically told you what happened, but when this guy jumped out, I was obviously scared of a dude with a knife in the woods.
Right.
And I saw them fighting, so I ran away, and I felt like I got far enough away to be safe. And then I started thinking about Steve, and he was still there with that guy, so I was frantically texting him, trying to make sure that he was okay. And he wasn't responding to me, so I was just freaking out, trying to figure out what to do.
Damn,
Did you call
that
the
had to
cops?
be scary.
Like, that's who I would call 911.
No, I didn't call the cops. I mean, everything was just happening so fast, and I was just panicking. So I didn't really think about it in that moment. I just wanted Steve to text me back, and I waited and waited and waited. And when he didn't, I got really worried. So I went back because I wanted to make sure he wasn't just lying on the ground, stabbed with no one around him.
Yeah, that's nice of you.
And I walked back close to where it happened, and I see Steve. And I see the guy with the knife, and they're just talking.
Chatting?
Yep, just chatting and smoking a cigarette. They were laughing together.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You know,
Are
sometimes after you
saying-
fight somebody, you're like, hey, are we cool? You know, did you pull a knife on me? Oh, we're bros, right? Nice to meet you. Is that, yeah, who knows?
No, not with a stranger.
No,
So wait.
I agree. It's weird.
You think that he set it up? Is that what you're accusing him of?
I mean, I don't know if he set it up, but something was definitely off. There was just something not right about the whole situation. I mean, I wouldn't be laughing with somebody who just tried to attack me with a knife.
Yeah, no, that would make me angry. Even if you were a good friend of mine, you attack me with a knife, I'm probably not going to talk anymore.
Dude,
you know?
What'd you do? Did you pop out of the woods and be like, hey, surprise, I'm here too now?
No. I just kind of put two and two together, and I got really mad and just realized that he was a bad guy, and something was going on, and I wasn't being told everything, so I just decided to put my hands up and walk away. I was like, I don't even want to deal with this anymore.
Yeah,
that is
for sure.
awful to make someone feel that amount of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was completely terrified, and so when I walked away, Steve finally texted me and was like, oh, hey, do you want to meet at Starbucks? And in my mind, I'm just like, no, of course I don't. I don't even know what just happened, so I just didn't respond.
Yeah, that is weird. I would love to figure
That
out
is
why he was
messed up.
sitting there talking and laughing with the dude who just tried to stab him.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, cool. Let's do that then, because Steve is actually on the other line listening to this phone call and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, unless he hung up. Steve, are you still there?
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Cecilia.
Man.
What the Steve? What was that?
I don't even know what to say here. It's okay. Here's the thing. I really, really liked you. Cecilia. I really did. I thought you were really sweet.
Well, are you going into explaining that you okay? I'll let you
Hear
explain.
me out.
Okay.
Hear
okay.
me out. So while we were talking, before we actually went on the date, she said that it's so great going out with someone who's not a muscle-bound douchebag like the guys that she's used to dating. You just seem like a really sweet guy. And so I'm thinking, all right, I've been here before. I've heard that kind of thing before. And what always happens is I end up being in the friend zone.
You're an idiot.
And so, well, you could think that, but listen, I arranged for the guy to attack us with a knife. I knew no one was gonna. I knew no one was gonna get hurt. But here's the thing. I needed to show you that I could protect you. And if that happened in real life, I would absolutely do the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
God.
It's a lot easier when it's one of your buddies holding a knife than just actually a random maniac.
Dude, they're laughing, but that is so messed up. Do you know what you made her feel? Do you know what you put her through?
You know how, like, I felt when I keep getting rejected by women that look like her?
Totally the same. Like your life is on the line because you don't know how to close a deal in a relationship.
That's disgusting. I was literally telling you that I liked that you were sweet and not like these other guys. So if I don't like those other guys because they did stuff like that, why would I like you doing it?
But you know what that means in woman speak. That means that you're a sweet guy and I like you and I'll never like you.
There's no such thing as women speak. It's all just the English language. So, like, yes,
if there's no such thing as women speaking, why have I heard that so many times and just become the friend?
Are you seriously trying to blame this fake mugging on me? Like, I said something and that you're really going to blame me?
No, not you individually, just women in general.
Blaming all women for you setting up your friend trying to stab.
You know what I mean.
No, you are so lucky you're on the phone right now and not in real life.
Well, according to Steve, he'd
person.
be able to protect himself against you. So.
I mean, here's the thing. What are you supposed to do if a girl thinks you're weak? You got to stand up and show her that you're not. And, I couldn't depend that somebody would just accidentally mug us.
Just hope for a mugging.
I never said you were weak, Steve. This is an
You said you'd only dated muscle-bound guys. What was I supposed to think?
Maybe that it didn't work out with those guys and I'm looking for something completely different.
Yeah, and just because those guys have muscles doesn't mean they're weak. Like, the strongest men I know are actually comfortable with who they are and don't have to prove anything.
I'm comfortable with who I am.
No, you're not. You are setting up muggings in the woods because you don't think that you're a strong enough man on your own.
I do. I know I'm a strong enough man. I wanted to show her how strong I was.
You're so confident, Steve. Like, have you done this with other women before? Like, set up fake mugging?
No, but you know what? None of the other girls I've ever dated kept throwing at my face that I'm not muscular enough for them.
What? I was never saying anything like that. I was answering your questions about what my exes were like.
Now, because women don't say what they really mean, they've always got subtext.
Steve, you are disgusting. It blows my mind that you think that you have to do this kind of stuff to impress girls.
You know, it blows my mind that you don't get that women want a strong guy.
You don't get that. You don't get what women want.
Seriously, dude, stop with the mansplaining. Yeah, mansplain us what women want. Is that what you want to tell us, what we want?
Cecilia, I think I know what women want, and women want another date with Steve. Would you like to go out with Steve? On a second date, we will pay for it.
Maybe you could go on a date with that fake nice guy. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't want to go out with me again?
What in the world makes you think that I would ever, in my mind, think about saying yes?
I mean, I'm being honest with you.
Oh, my gosh. He really doesn't get it, Cecilia.
That's the most delusional thing anybody has ever said.
Yeah.
You know what's delusional is the fact that women always say they want the nice, funny guy, and then they never go for him.
Oh, my God. They just don't go for you, Steve, because you're crazy.
Sure.
It's not nice to set up a fake mugging.
Even if it was fake, you didn't know it was fake at the time, and I never even got to thank you.
Good point.
Who doesn't thank somebody for saving their life?
Shut up.
You know what, Steve? I think you're the one who dodged a bullet on this one.
She's rude.
Yeah, she is rude.
Oh, my God. You guys are awful.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Pretty much all the texts in at 78592 think Steve is a douchebag.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Steve wanted to call this girl named Cecilia. They met on Tinder, and they went to a concert. And as they were leaving, they were confronted by a dude with a knife. Steve told her to run while he fought the guy off.
Oh, hero.
Afterwards, he was confused why she wasn't calling him back. So we called her, and she told us that after she ran away, she came back to check on Steve and found him laughing, hanging out with the mugger, and she was extremely weirded out that the two guys were laughing together after the guy just came up to him and threatened to stab him and everything else.
Yeah.
Steve admitted that he staged a fake mugging with a friend to make himself look brave because he wanted to show Cecilia that he could protect her.
Wow.
I was totally shocked by that, and I can't believe how many people texted in before we found that out and were like, he staged it. I'm like, how jaded are we that we think that this guy staged it? I'm like, oh my God, they're right.
People were texting in both ways saying he staged it and then being like, she staged it. They just wanted to rob him. It was both ways. Yeah. So no matter what, nobody believes anything anymore.
Well,
Maybe they shouldn't.
Obviously, yeah, for good reason.
Yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't really get mugged someday, and it's like, yeah, right.
Sure.
All
Anyway,
right, Steve, you're in the bushes. Come out.
she did not want to go out with Steve again after that, so
No.
no second date. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Brooke and It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's awkward Tuesday phone call.
You know how the Awkward Tuesday phone call works. If you're having an issue or a problem with somebody in your life and you want to confront them, don't do it personally. Do it on our show in an Awkward Tuesday phone call. We'll give you our advice as long as you make an awkward phone call in exchange. Alba is on the phone right now, and she wants to call her boyfriend and talk to him about something because she feels like weird stuff has been going on at her house when she's not home, and she has no idea what it is, and she wants to confront him. What do you mean by weird stuff, Alba? Do you mean ghosts and things like that?
No ghosts. Strange things have just been happening around the house while I've been gone. Basically just clothing items missing, but the most alarming one was that just yesterday I found a woman's shoe in my closet.
Like, not your shoe? Like,
not my shoe.
Yeah, I would hope it wouldn't be your shoes. You're like, women's shoes in the closet. There's all kinds of them. So you found a shoe that didn't belong to you in your closet?
Correct.
What kind of shoe is it?
It's a high-heeled red shoe.
Of course.
Sounds
that
nice.
is so stereotypical, too.
Isn't it?
I know.
All right,
I
that's
think it maybe could be a joke.
that's understandable. I mean, if you find a random shoe that isn't yours, that's a little suspect.
See what I mean?
And you said you live with your boyfriend, right?
I do.
Has there been like a girlfriend over at your house, or you guys had a party and it was a drunk night and somehow a shoe got left behind?
I mean, we have friends over, and surely, both of our friends have been over, but it's one shoe, and it's in my closet upstairs in the house.
I've had that happen to me before.
What?
A random women's shoes in your closet?
Yeah, and it was because I was cheating at the time.
Stop it. Don't do that.
Come on, dude.
It's the truth.
How does a person leave one shoe in
That's
a house?
what I said.
They left the house with one shoe?
Imagine my surprise when there was a shoe there that wasn't supposed to be there. Is that what do you think that he's cheating on you?
I mean, I don't know.
So you're wondering where this shoe came from?
I am.
Where do you think it came from?
I have absolutely no idea.
Have you asked your boyfriend about it?
Not about the shoe.
Okay, so you've asked him about other things?
Yes.
Like what?
Like some of my clothes have gone missing that I can't find them. I don't know where they are. Things hung up differently than I hung them up.
What does he say when you ask him about this stuff?
He says he has no idea what I'm talking about.
And you're sure you're just not like forgetting, like leaving them at the dry cleaner or putting them in your gym bag?
Well, that would all be well and good, but this shoe is not mine.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know what I mean?
So you want to call him today and ask him if he knows where the shoe came from?
Yeah.
It sounds like the shoe stresses you out.
Wouldn't it stress you out?
Yeah, a little bit.
It would stress anybody out to find a random shoe in their closet that didn't belong to them, I think.
Well, yeah, and the thing is that, I think my boyfriend knows something. I'm not sure, but he knows something, and he's not telling me, and I just think it's bizarre.
Like
what do you think he knows?
What is happening? I mean, it makes me feel like maybe he's cheating, or, I don't want that to be true. I've never thought that before, but I'd like to ask him about it and see if he can explain it.
How long have you guys been together?
5 years.
And have you had infidelity issues before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
How long have you lived together?
3.
3 years.
That's a
okay,
long
and this
time.
is the first time weird stuff has happened?
I mean, weird stuff has happened before, but not like this.
I don't want to know about that other weird stuff, Alba. This is not what the phone call is about. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, give you our advice, and then you can call your boyfriend and ask him about the shoe.
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Thank you.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's awkward Tuesday phone call.
If you're just tuning in for today's Awkward Tuesday phone call, Alba is on the phone with us. She wants to confront her boyfriend today because she said weird stuff has been going on in her house, and the other day she actually found a random woman's shoe in her closet which didn't belong to her. So her first instinct is the guy's probably cheating. Kind of makes sense. Why else would there be a random shoe in there? Alba, before you make your phone call to your boyfriend, we always give you advice. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. My advice to you, before you make this phone call, gather up all of his belongings.
Oh, no.
Put it on your front lawn. Douse it in gas.
No.
And then just stand there and tell him what you're doing when you get him on the phone. It creates urgency, like, hey, where'd that shoe come from? If you don't tell me the truth, I'm going to light your stuff on fire. And by the way, if you're cheating, I'm still going to light it on fire.
I can't do that.
Yeah, good.
I think it's a great
Thank
idea.
you. Good.
Or you can just start throwing his stuff out the window. Either way, you got to let him know you mean business here.
Well, I tell you what, depending on his answer, I may do both.
I think you guys have been together for 5 years. The last thing you want to do is go into this and start accusing him of big things like cheating.
I know, but just picture for yourself opening your closet and finding a red shoe.
I think the best way to do it is to not, like Brooke said, don't accuse him.
I won't.
Let him hang himself if he is. Because if he doesn't have an answer or if he starts to over-explain, then he's lying about something.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to dial the phone number, let you make your Awkward Tuesday phone call, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
Hey, what number is this?
Oh, it's one of the other numbers from work. I know. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Do you have a second to talk? Something's been bothering me, and I just wanted to ask you. I found something in the house yesterday. And
Okay,
I want to ask you about it.
What did you find?
I found a woman's shoe in my closet.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's not mine. Is there something going on? Please, just tell me if something's happening.
I really don't know what you're talking about. I mean, what woman's shoe did you find in your closet?
I was looking in my closet the other day, and I found a random shoe in my closet. It's not mine, and I'm wondering if you know anything about this. Oh, my gosh.
Of course I don't know anything about a random shoe in your closet.
What's with the long pause? Just tell me if something's happening.
How many shoes do you have in your closet?
A lot, and they all come in pairs.
Okay, so I really don't understand. I don't understand what you're asking me.
I'm asking you if you know something about a red stiletto heel in my closet. This is freaking me out. You know something and you're not telling me.
What is it that you think I know?
I think you brought home a one-legged hooker. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't mean I get that you're serious about this, but you think I brought home a one-legged hooker?
Obviously, I'm joking, but tell me what's up with the shoe.
Why would you think I would know anything about this?
Well, we are the only two people living in that house.
Well, yes, that's true. But why do you... Oh, boy.
Babe, you're freaking me out.
What?
Babe, I'm just going to ask this one time. Are you cheating on me? Seriously?
No, of course I'm not cheating on you. Why would... Oh.
Then where did the shoe come from?
Can we just not talk about this?
We're talking
come home after work, and I'll sit down. I'll explain everything to you, okay?
If you don't tell me about the shoe, I'm not coming home. I'm telling
come
you.
on. Listen, okay? It's nothing like that. I'm not cheating on you. It's nothing like that. Have a little faith. It's nothing like that. So
what's up with the shoe?
I don't want to discuss it over the phone. You're at work. I don't want to discuss it.
Tell me what's going on now.
Okay. Okay, fine. All right, you want to know? Fine.
Yes.
When you come home tonight, okay, I'll explain everything to you, and I'll show you all of the pictures of me in your clothes. Okay?
What?
Awkward.
Whoa. Did he just say that?
What was that?
Hey, Brandon, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How you doing?
What's going on?
Your girlfriend Alba wanted to call you in a segment we do called the Awkward Tuesday Phone Call. It's where if you have an issue with somebody, they email us, ask for some advice, and then we have them call that person on the air with us.
So I just said that on the radio.
Yes, you did.
It's okay, though. It's okay.
Babe, why are you wearing my clothes? What pictures are you even talking about?
Yeah, I think that's a very important question.
Oh, but this is so embarrassing. I wanted this to be a surprise.
Definitely that.
I'm sure she's probably surprised, Brandon.
Yeah, I am surprised. Why are you wearing my clothes and taking pictures?
Okay. What's in 3.5 weeks?
Big drag show you're getting ready for?
Which is fine. It's good. We support that.
I've performed in drag many times. I think it's awesome.
This is a safe place.
Alba, 3.5
What's our
weeks.
anniversary?
3.5 weeks. Yes, our anniversary. And for our anniversary, as a joke, I was making you a calendar dressed in your clothes.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
That's amazing.
No way.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. And you know the red shoe?
Yes.
Well, Steve's wife has a foot that's almost the same size as mine. Me.
So did you borrowed shoes from your buddy's wife so you could take pictures in your own wife's clothing?
Well, the shoes were his idea because he was taking the pictures for me.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Tell me red shoe is February. Give me February.
Oh, of course they are. With a rose and,
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Come on home. I'll show you the pictures. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh,
Thanks
that's
for ruining a
absolutely
really, what I
amazing.
thought would be a really funny gag on our anniversary.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
You feel like an ass, don't you, Alba?
I do. Babe, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
Well, I understand why you were freaking out, and it was stupid of me to leave that stupid shoe there.
Oh, man.
But it's all my fault. But come on, have a little more faith in me, will you?
I do. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
You guys are adorable.
Brandon, I kind of don't believe you. I need to see these pictures first before I believe you, because right now, in my mind, you're still cheating.
Oh,
Don't see that.
yeah. I've got a few pictures for you, but they aren't the ones you wanted.
I would love to have that calendar here for work.
Are you almost done with the calendar of you and your wife's clothing? Is it almost finished?
Yes, actually, the red shoes were the last picture.
Oh, last little piece.
I don't know if I would be excited, Alba, or if I'd be pissed that he can fit in your clothes.
Well, I don't know. It depends what your definition of fit is. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, you haven't seen the pictures yet. You don't really know how well
I'll
he's...
tell you one thing. I know who looks better in them, and it's definitely not me.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go, Alba.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
That turned out to be a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, I do agree.
Started off thinking your boyfriend was cheating, and he's not doing that at all. He's just dressing in your clothes when you're not home.
Well, I mean, who would have guessed?
Whoever thought that would be a win, huh?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.